Hello and welcome to this video, and on this video we're going to be talking about records. It's what you love, it's what we love, and I've got two special guests here. I have with me coming back after huge popular demand. I think there were 3 people said that you were quite good.
That's true, yeah.
Dave, the Vinyl Vulture.
Yeah, hi.
He's back.
I'm back.
And also my right hand man, literally, Rob Growcuts is here as well.
Hello.
Normally he's behind the camera, but he's worked out a way where he doesn't have to do any actual work now. And so I said, you may as well come in and sit in with this one.
Yeah.
Not that you will know any of the albums.
I'm thoroughly expecting not to know any of the albums.
So we're aficionados, so we know
Yeah.
a lot about different albums, different bands. We'll have to have a reasonable conversation. Rob represents just the man in the street. He's a music fan, but you know,
He knows nothing.
Yeah,
He
well,
knows nothing.
I have a younger sort of love of music. That's what my thing is.
Say something else then.
So I have a younger face.
That's good though. That's good.
Young girl, get out of my life.
I was going to sing Younger Heart.
Yeah.
Younger Heart. I hate that tune with a passion.
And that's what it's all about. See, he knows what he's doing.
I'm on it already.
Yeah, today I said to Dave, I said, you've brought all your best albums over, and of course that's always enjoyable, but it's not as good as going through albums you really hate. Now all of us have had record collections. Of course, after a certain amount of time, you go, well, I don't want this album. You chuck it out, don't you? I
do.
You know, so it's quite difficult. It's a difficult task. Do you find this, Dave, a difficult task going through your collection?
Going through the collection, you get attached to the album, even though you know deep down it sucks. And also, you've paid good money, so you think one day I might like that record.
So you've brought 10 albums that you don't like that are in your collection.
Yeah, pretty much. There's a few there that I do like and I shouldn't.
Ah, I see. So you
you
know that's interesting.
I know it sucks. I know this album sucks. Everyone says it sucks. The critics said it sucks. There's 1 star on that rating thing online. What's it called?
Discogs.
Not
Not that
Discogs,
one.
there's something else in it. All music. All music.
Yeah.
We don't really follow critics, but some of the albums I've got here today, the critics have panned, right? The public have panned.
10 shite albums, according to the Vinyl Vulture.
And I go, but
10.
I still like it. I still quite like it.
If there's one you don't like, I'm going to give you the chance, if you want, to sling it across the room, to sling your own album. And that'll be a tester, because you know on the one side, visually, on a YouTube video, it always goes down well. I've smashed 2 albums up on here so far. One was a Moby album.
Oh my God.
It was a CD, and I cracked it and smashed it, and the other one was Ed Sheeran.
You remember when Moby came out, everyone was saying, oh, this guy's amazing, he's really trippy, he's really cool. And I listened to it and I was, what? No.
Yeah.
No, he just wasn't, was he? And he had that one album, and then that was it.
Yeah, that was it. There wasn't even his stuff. It was all that Alan Lomax stuff that he drummed.
Sampled. And
I bet you like Moby, didn't you?
No,
Then he was
it wasn't one that I. No, because I was into at that time I was into Tricky and Portishead. That was like the proper. Yeah, they were the proper.
Yeah, you redeemed yourself.
Yeah,
You did like
I
Moby,
know,
didn't you?
I do.
All right, then let's start with the first one. Then let's get going.
Okay, controversial for all you jazz fans out there. The first one I'm going to pick is The Epic by Kamasi Washington.
Oh, I love this.
Do we know this album? Do we know
Yes.
this album? We know this album.
Yes.
So what is it about this album?
Rob, do you know this album?
No, I don't.
Do you know who the fellow is?
No.
All right then.
So, it's a fantastic...
Lovely cover, isn't it?
It's a great cover. It's
cool.
a box set. Look at that. Look at it. You see the thickness. 3 albums, a little book.
Did this cost you some money?
No, not too much. I mean, it was expensive brand new. I bought it second hand for about 30 quid or something. Right? And I really fancy this. I thought, I'll treat myself to this. Now, he's a fantastic saxophonist. He's cool. He's got a bit of... I mean, even the cover's a bit of a Coltrane vibe.
Yeah, he's
you know,
got
you
the
see what
Coltrane
he's trying to do.
Yeah,
You know, the epic.
The epic.
You know, you've got the dudes on the back and everything else. And the first song plays out. You know, it's got Thundercat on here, Miles Mosley, some great players. But the first song plays out, Change of the Guard. And that's pretty cool. It's got a bit of like a spiritual jazz kind of vibe, a bit of Alice Coltrane kind of vibe. And then it just goes on and on and on and on and on and bloody on until halfway through the second song, you no longer care. You don't care. You I've played it twice, maybe 3 times tops.
This is my problem with contemporary jazz. This is exactly what I feel so often. It's unlike in the old days. You buy a jazz album, it'd be like some Italian album, and it would have an awful cover, terrible graphics, terrible, but the music would be great. This is like it's all surface. I'm not saying every jazz artist. There's so, especially at this end, because these guys are really making some money.
Yeah, big dollar, and it's selling you an idea of, oh, look how spacey and spiritual and it kind of esoteric.
Yeah.
It's really, really cool and weird. And they're all great players.
Let's see what the actual individual records look inside, because they've got a colour scheme.
They've got a colour scheme.
That's a bit proggy, so that's drawing me in.
It's a lovely, the packaging's lovely.
It is, isn't it?
Look at that.
That's brilliant, isn't
Solid.
it? That's solid.
I'm not sure which one's the first
look
one,
at this.
It's gorgeous stuff.
And look at the bloody people on this. Full choir. With about
it's incredible.
30 people in. And see, where's all the money coming from for this? Where's the money coming from? When our jazz rock legends are trying to just keep their heads above water.
Just in the manufacture alone, you know what I mean? It's
let's see, you got all this little stuff as well. Look
at it.
Tells you a little about the album, and this reminds me of the cover John McLaughlin album. What's it with?
When
John
Fortune's Smiles from 1970,
which is an intense listen.
That's a proper jazz album.
That's a proper jazz album.
Yeah.
Dave Holland on the bass.
Dave Holland on bass. Carl Burgess on there, I think. I can't remember.
So anyway, we've gone off piste, but so the biggest thing with this is it sells you an idea, but it doesn't live up to it.
Yeah.
When you look at the cover of what's the Alice Coltrane album, Saxitananda, when you look at the cover of that, you get a vibe, you get a feel, and it fulfills.
What did you just say then?
Saxitananda. Is it?
I thought you said a sack of shit then.
Sack of shit, Andy. It's a sack of shit and Andy.
I might do a tribute to that album.
Yeah. It's a sack of shit, Andy. That could work.
This is the sort of stuff I love, spaced out jazz, maybe a bit of funkiness going in there.
I'm into it, big time.
Yeah, and then look at him on the back. The
dudes.
And Kamasi, he's a big fella, isn't he?
He's a big fella, and he's got a great sound, and he can play.
Yeah, he's got a massive medallion.
If he, I'm going to say something rad now.
Go on then.
If he just said, I'm just going to do Coltrane covers, it'd be rocking. It'd be great.
That's all he is basically doing, then, isn't he?
But I don't think he can write. There's no hooks. There's no.
I've checked all these guys out, and I go and listen to it, and I go, that's quite pleasant. I've done so many videos trying to explain my problem with modern jazz, and it might probably just be my age, but I think you've hit the nail on the head with that. But of course, my offer to throw that, look how carefully he's putting it back, because even though it's a bit of a dull album, he's still proud of owning it.
I could sell this and buy an Alice Coltrane album, see?
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking.
Do that.
So that's my first one.
That's good. That's a good start.
Okay.
I like that one.
Do we want to stay in the jazz rock idiom?
You just pull them up as they come.
Okay, well...
You've got your very worst one at number 1, haven't you?
Oh, yes.
Yes, right.
Oh, yes.
Oh, this looks like a glorious album.
This is Larry Coryell with the Brubeck brothers. Now, first off, when I bought this album, I misread it and thought it was the Brecker brothers.
How long did it take for you to...
When I got out of the shop, I thought, let's have a look at this proper. And I went, Brubeck brothers. Oh, it's Dave Brubeck's sons.
Yeah.
This album is a late 70s kind of jazz fusion disco affair with some Spanish vibe going on.
Oh, sounds like the best thing ever.
The keyboard sounds they're like keyboards from hell, I think. It's like when jazz fusion goes wrong.
It sounds great to me.
It sounds great.
Like, what do you mean?
I love the cover. The cover's incredible.
Are we
Can I have a look at it?
Bontempi organ type sound?
No. They're actually like proper 70s synthesizer sounds, but they just...
But I like
the
that.
mix is rough.
It's an harp odyssey.
On side B, there's the song called Mirth. Right. He starts to do these guitar tropes. He plays a little bit of Third Stone from the Sun by Jimi Hendrix. And then he even plays the riff from Layla. And it's like, what are you doing? You're a good musician. But also, the Brubeck brothers, they can play, but there's just no personality there, really. And I think it is the nadir of jazz rock.
Well, the thing is, it's a bloody lovely package, though, isn't it?
It is. It's cosmic.
And I've never seen this album.
If there's some little things here you might want to read. This is quite interesting. It tells you about each member and in a cosmic way. So what does it say? Danny, the beat of hearts, universal.
Arcturus remarked, by a foot, and the root definition of life's throb accentuates it by a pedal and a stick.
There you go.
This is a bizarre album.
It's a bizarre album.
Look at all the bloody artwork. Right, now, the trouble you got with Larry Coryell is all his stuff is patchy.
Patchy as F.
Really patchy all the way through. Barefoot Boy, and I think it's called Offering. They're the two best ones, and no one ever mentions those. The 11th House stuff's good.
Yeah, I've heard that.
His solo acoustic stuff's really good. Around about this point, 78, I think he is at his sort of peak of his drug and alcohol problems.
I thought there was drugs involved.
So if you watch the Meeting of the Spirits video, John McLaughlin, Larry Coryell, and Paco de Lucia, he comes out, this is 78, 79, when he walks out on that, anyone who sees it knows this, he's got like a great big white suit on, the same 11th House suit, great big white flares, he's got this,
massive
and he doesn't
hair,
look, he doesn't look right, it's like he's out
his head's down.
Yeah.
Gone.
And then they didn't use him, they went and got Aldo Meola in instead. I think he just was in a bad place, you know.
Yeah.
And I think he discovered the Buddhism through Herbie Hancock, and that got him out of it.
But, and this is after that then?
No, this is right in it.
Oh,
right in 78 was right when he's at his worst. He's at his worst point, really. And also, he's a genius guitarist. He invented jazz rock. Yeah. You know, I would love that album.
And also,
I don't care how bad it is.
Well, you can have that album.
Really?
It's yours.
Oh, that's amazing.
There you go.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Gifts are plenty. The problem is now I'm going to have to give Rob something because he'll feel left out. I could give him Kamasi, but I want to sell it.
He'll already sold that to me, but we'll see.
He won't be buying that. He'll be buying blood stuff. He likes singer-songwriter stuff. He'll probably want a Damien Rice album or something like that.
No, I've already got some of them. I've got one.
Damien Rice.
The last time we went to a record fair, I came out with like Oscar Peterson record and.
I have no recollection of you going to a record fair with me ever. Where was that?
That was at. Do you know where it might not have been with you? It might have been with your other partner in crime, Steve Gould, for those. I'm sure we went. I don't know.
Oh, I feel like he's been unfaithful now. Who's this person you go to record fairs with? It's not me. Going to buy Oscar Peterson albums.
We need to. I'll bring some of my collection. You might actually be surprised.
Yeah, I think we'll have to do. You'll have to come over though.
Yeah, we'll do that one. That'd be good.
So because what we're going to do is get you into the record collecting.
Yeah, well, I've got some. I've got a load more.
How many vinyl records have you got? Not your dad's records.
Okay, of mine that I have probably about.
Look at this! Look what he's doing.
20.
Look what he's doing.
30, 20, 25.
That's not. You're not.
That's not. No, it isn't a collection.
So when someone catches a fish and they go, "It must have been this big."
How big is your record collection?
It's about.
Me and Dave are never going to. How big is your record collection, Dave? Well.
It's good, but few.
Okay. No, it's not. It's probably about 25.
Yeah, this is an interesting dino. We'll have to get Rob out and get him buying some stuff.
Yeah. Damien Rice.
The worst of the Rices. Pilar Rice. That's my favourite.
Tim Rice.
Tim Rice.
Musicals. Don't go there.
Next one. Come on, I'm enjoying this. Oh my God! What are you on about?
Santana with Buddy Miles.
This is an amazing album.
No. No. Let me just. Sorry, Andy. I know it's your show, but can I just say
I'm swapping you something for that one. I haven't got it.
Side A is fantastic.
Yeah.
Right. Side B is just the worst kind of jamming improvisation
That's what I like.
No, it goes on and on and on.
Yeah, that's what I like.
Over 2 chords, right? Right, with no imagination. It doesn't go anywhere.
Is it like an A minor to D7 type of thing?
Something like that. It can't even remember what it's called. It doesn't even tell you what's.
I haven't got these.
Let's have a look.
And the thing is, not only that, they do a version of Marbles by John McLaughlin. Look, this is a proper Columbia one as well.
Yeah, it's proper.
Freeform, funky, fidey filth. It's not the
There
best
you go.
thing ever.
Can the audience see that?
Is it a whole side of that?
That's just one side. Look at that.
That's amazing.
Right, and then on side A,
Marbles.
it's pretty good. You have Marbles,
McLaughlin.
John McLaughlin. You have a song called Lava by Buddy Miles. Evil Ways, and them changes. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
Funky soul tune.
Yeah. Buddy Miles had a hit. God knows how many times he recorded. Every album he's on, he does a version of it.
Well, I was going to give this one to Rob, but you probably want that one.
I
as well,
want
won't
this
you?
one really bad, yeah.
Okay.
But I'm going to sort you something out at the end.
Okay. So yeah,
I actually really love this album, and I've never had a copy.
So the reason why I don't like it is because of side A. I think it's just
The
what?
funky
I mean, they must have had so much other good stuff to put on there, and they chose the funky-fied filth, which I think is 25 minutes of A7 to D or whatever, and just pentatonic kind of soloing, and just Buddy Miles caterwailing.
Now this lot, out
Probably love
there
that,
in
probably love
Andy
it.
Edwards land, we've got a lot of Grateful Dead fans, right?
Deadheads.
And they keep saying what, and the thing is, they're going to go, why was Andy like that, like sidelong of just 2 chord jams with Carlos Santana, but you don't like the Grateful Dead, you see? Do you like the Grateful Dead?
I don't like the Grateful Dead.
No.
I've tried. I find it, I find it unimaginative in times. Well, see, when I first heard the name of the Grateful Dead and I saw their album covers, I thought, it's going to be psychedelic, it's going to be far out, it's going to
That's
be
exactly what I
weird,
thought.
and it was like country rock blues.
I've always said it sounds like a stone country band tuning up.
Yeah.
That's what a Grateful Dead album sounds like.
But
Although
America, though, massively, like, really sort of, really support Grateful Dead. It's like a massive thing over there, isn't it? But it never really.
Yeah,
I don't think it really became that big a thing over here.
Well, there are Dead fans. It's like we've got Hawkwind, I think, and I like Hawkwind.
Yeah, I like some of the Wind.
Yeah, but the thing with Grateful Dead is that I have to mention it here, and I'm going to do a video at some point. In the 70s, they did an album called Terrapin Station. If you ever get a chance to hear it, it's unbelievable. It's full-on prog, all organised, virtuoso, immensely complex. It's amazing, and I think the album before that is more like that. So, he's one of those. I need to get. I take the Mickey out of them, and roll them up. But Grateful Dead's another one.
But also, do you know the David Crosby album, Wherever Known You Before?
I know the Return to Forever album.
Well,
did he do a cover of that? Return to Forever?
No, I think it's a similar title. But a lot of the Grateful Dead are on that album, and it's great. It's kind of like stoner kind of rock, psychedelic kind of thing. It's great. It's a really good album.
I need to deal with a psychedelic. I'm there's a whole bunch of stuff here, like bands like The Seeds and Sonics and 13th Floor Elevators or whatever,
fantastic.
and all that stuff. And I don't know it that well. It's got to be dealt with anyway. Let's get back to the shite. I can't believe this is the worst you've got. My God.
Okay, next up, we have the album Curried Jazz.
This is all amazing stuff.
So, Curried Jazz, would they get away with this now? Because the only thing about Indian music you can talk about is the curry. Curried Jazz.
That's weird because I mentioned Pilau Rice just now, since I preempted it. Yeah.
So this is trying to be like John Mayer's Indo Jazz fusions.
It's like brilliant.
This is just afterwards.
Is it bad? Is it?
It's not great. It's on the Music for Pleasure label. It's quite collectible. People are after these.
Yeah, you hold on to that.
So I will hold on to it.
Can I have a look at the musicians?
Of course you can. Kenny Wheeler's on there, who's a jazz.
Yeah, Jeff Klein on bass. Billy, I know some of these.
But what it does is it does very well at doing nothing for a long time. So it just meanders and kind of. it hasn't really got any strong arrangements or any kind of. It doesn't really seem to have much meaning to it. That's the problem with this album.
Yeah.
And again, it promises more than it delivers by the cover, by the personality. You think, oh wow, late 60s, Indo jazz fusion.
It's 69.
Let's go. This
I've
is going to
never
be
heard of
great.
this album.
This is going to be like George Harrison meets John McLaughlin.
Yeah,
no,
that's
it's neither.
That's literally what I was thinking it would be like. Yeah,
It's neither. It's neither. Yeah. So that's why that's in there. But I don't want to let it go.
No, you can't let this one
I
go.
can't let it go.
This
But
is-
also, it's the whole title and the cover. It's so crass. Really.
We need to have a listen to that after.
Yeah. Curried Jazz. You might like it. You might like it. You might get
see,
some. You might get some jasmine tea out, some joss sticks.
I have got a side to me that it's something shite, really obviously shite. I quite like it. If it's kitsch, I like it. Anything tacky, I like. And this is beautiful. I think in its the album cover and the lady here, and she's obviously got. I mean, she's not ethnic and she's not an Indian person whatsoever. They just got
No,
what their
she's
mates,
from
haven't
East
they?
Sussex or something.
Yeah.
You know.
They put a bloody sari thing on her and then said, "What could we?" And the thing is, who thought, "Oh, we've done this jazzy album that's a bit Indian. What should we call it?"
Well, what do Indians eat? They all eat curry.
Yeah, I guess call it curried jazz.
It's curried jazz. Because it's curried, isn't it?
It's unbelievable.
It's tagged here. It says the Indo-British Ensemble. That would be a.
That sounds
name.
cool, yeah.
That would be cool.
Or any of
the
the
Indo-British Ensemble.
But they couldn't do that because of John Mayer's Indo jazz fusions. He ruined it really for them. And that is a great album. We spoke about.
So
that last
what
time.
would you name this group then if you were naming them?
If I was going to name this,
Yeah. What would you call it?
I'm just trying to think of another word. Yeah, I can from Indian cuisine. I could fit in there. You know,
I was wondering that.
like naan. Because she looks like someone's nan, maybe.
Korma, chameleon,
Korma.
something like that.
She actually does look like my nan.
Really?
Yeah, because my nan went to India
Yeah.
and married an Indian chap and then wore Indian clothes, but she was a Western person.
Oh,
so then
okay.
I've got photographs of my nan, looks just exactly like that.
Would you be shocked and appalled if you found out that was your
That was
nan?
your name. Imagine.
I'd be proud.
Like that episode of.
I'd be really proud.
That's why it's been brought into today.
yeah.
This is the lie.
There you go. Your grandmother.
Oh, excellent. So you've got some brilliant choices here.
So yeah, I mean, I really thought about this. I really thought about this.
We organised. So we'll have the. We'll put that there.
Display them.
Yeah, we'll do that
Okay.
there. So we got that there.
So,
And that's my
Are we ready for the
spoil.
next one? I need a little drink because I think I'm going to talk about this next one for quite a bit. Sorry. There we go. Okay, so the next one up is Hotel California by the Eagles. Yeah.
Classic album.
Classic
One of the
album.
great albums. If you were to go on a website, add the 20 greatest albums ever made, then that would be on the list.
Be there, be in the top 100. Also, All Music would probably give it 5, maybe 4.5 stars.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
You know,
Could I have a look at the album because
You can have a look at the
I've never
album.
actually.
This was actually my dad's copy. I didn't actually buy this.
You don't have this. You don't have this.
No, because I'm not an Eagles fan. Bloody hell, I didn't realise I had all those people. in
Yeah,
there.
there's all these people. It's yeah. But so
I don't think they're in the band. I think that's
no,
just
it's a
about
big
there.
band. They probably are now. You know what bands are like now. They have loads
Oh, yeah.
of members in. So why is Hotel California in my worst collection? Because one, that song was fantastic when it first came out, but for the last 50 years it's been drilled into us
It's overplayed. Yeah.
constantly. We're now sick of it. Also, it's the kind of niceness of it. You know, New Kid in Town and Life in the Fast Lane. It's all too bloody nice. You know, I mean, I like Steely Dan, so I should like nice. But this, I mean, there's something about this that is just so mainstream and insipid that I just can't listen to it all the way through. You know,
They're one of the biggest selling bands of all time. When this album came out, I can't get that back in. I don't want to record
that's
that.
okay.
When this album came out, they also brought the greatest hits of the Eagles out the same year, and they sold like 30 million copies each. This is one of the biggest selling acts in history.
Indeed.
I find it quite. I think they just represent American music. It's like there is a sort of standard, and they just represent it. It's inoffensive, but it's actually. It's sort of tasteful because of all the Americana type things that are in there. When I put that album on, I always think, oh, the production's lovely.
Production's amazing.
And the drum sound, 70s drum sounds all tight and it sounds amazing. And it is really great. The harmonies are beautiful. They're just like the quintessential American band.
But it's
But it's bland.
It's too bland and nice.
Yeah.
There's no edge to it. Not really.
It is one of those where it's like, that's what the question I was going to ask you is, when was the last time you listened to it?
Maybe
Because
maybe 10 years
yeah.
ago. Maybe 10 years ago.
That's the shame.
You know, because, I mean, a lot of the singles you hear on the radio, not who listens to the bloody radio anymore, but, you know, they come up every now and then when you're walking around Tesco's.
Yeah.
Welcome to the... You know, you just...
And it's still playing by the time
and then
you finish
the guitar solo, which is a great guitar solo, you know, the way it kind of, they interact with each other, you know, what's his name? Joe Walsh and the other one. Glenn Frey. You know, and it's great, but it's just so bloody nice and lovely, you know. My dad loves the Eagles. He used to go and see an Eagles tribute band. He'd have a great time. Talon, yeah, he loved it, you know, and they're great, you know, but it's just, and the song "Take It Easy." It reminds me of that scene in The Big Lebowski where he's in the back of the taxi and he just said, "Oh, I've had a bad day. Could you just turn the Eagles off, man?" You know.
The thing is, if that was in my collection, I would go classic album, got to own it. I'd be glad to own it. You know, I would never listen to it, but I wouldn't mind it being in there.
Yeah, it's going nowhere. It's sitting in my collection.
Yeah, you got to keep it.
My dad went out and bought this in the 70s when I know he had no money. He was a musician, so he definitely had no money. But he, so it's not going anywhere, and there's nothing terrible about it. It's just terribly nice, terribly safe.
I do have a production trivia for you with that album. Well,
you're going to actually contribute to this video.
Contribute.
Bloody hell, Dave!
This
Get myself comfy.
this may be the only contribution.
Yeah, go on then, Rob. Everybody ready for this at home?
On the title track, in just after the line when it's like, such a nice surprise, bring your alibis. That bit.
He's doing even singing on it.
Wow, it's quite good, isn't it?
At the end of that, there is a tape edit, and you can hear it literally just cuts off before the guitar comes back in. Have you ever heard it?
No.
You heard it? Have I played it? So this is, we'll put it, I'll show you later. And once you've heard it, this may ruin it for people, but once you've heard it, you can't unhear it. And it's just, I think what it is, it's like a quick fade, because then they have to cut the tape and move over to another take or something. And it's just
it's a fast
fader, but it's like the reverb, everything just drops. And then it comes back in on.
You can't unhear it.
And,
that might make this album better for me.
Well, this is the thing, because it's things like that, it's the nuance that makes it sort of.
So it's not perfect after all?
Yeah.
Okay.
So maybe that might make you want to.
The other thing is
make you listen to that one song again.
I have to say, we cannot play this in any shape or form, can we? Because obviously, is it Don Henley?
Yeah.
He is a horrible man, isn't he?
He's not the best.
He's like, he gets people in, if they play the tracks, he tries to take them to prison, and he's got his own Eagles prison, and all the YouTubers have been sent there by him, and then he comes
Rick Beato in there, is he getting there?
Rick got out of there because he's got contacts with the mafia.
He's got big cheese.
Yeah.
He's got big cheese, yeah.
I always think Rick must have a few contacts with a name like Rick Beato.
It's an Eagles
prison.
Yeah.
Italian-American.
Italian-American.
Would you call an Eagles prison a cage?
Very good.
Sorry.
Next album then.
Okay. This is a classic band. Another classic band.
A band you like?
A band I love.
Okay.
I adore this band. Right. It's Nightlife by Thin Lizzy.
It's a rubbish album. I was listening to it the other day.
It's
just rubbish.
It's just rubbish.
Yes.
I mean, the thing is, right, so they started as a three-piece with Eric Bell. Eric Bell, great guitar player, bluesy Hendrix kind of vibe. And then he leaves and they employ Scott Gorham, Brian Robinson, fantastic rock guitarists, really bring a new sound, a new edge, you know, switch to the songwriting, the Phil Lynott. Brilliant. And then they come out with this. Which is like
is this the fourth album?
This is the fourth album. It's the first one with the classic lineup. And it's like a cocktail kind of mock rock album with bits of Irish kind of things in it, and then an attempt at doing a soul song, and then it doesn't know what it is. It doesn't know what it wants to be, and all along, you know, there's this great band and these great players, and they never shine through. And the production by a guy called, I'm going to say, Ron Nevison. It's
quite well known.
Ted Sharp. I've read that name somewhere.
Nevison,
It's the production sucks. I mean, we're just talking about the Eagles. The production's amazing. I know we're talking about money in America. It's always been ahead in that regard. But the production on this crap.
Now, I think that Thin Lizzy's albums are patchy anyway. And I don't think you came in on the thing and said Bad Reputation is great. And after that, because you did that, I went back to them again. And I thought, it's probably for me, Chinatown is the one I like best. But there's no album. And I think the reason is because Phil Lynott and the lads love to do all sorts of different styles. They're actually very much wider than your standard hard rock band. And when they pull it off, like Sarah is incredible too.
Like the album Black Rose is incredible.
Yeah. When they put and you know the sort of Black Rose, that track at the end
with Gary Moore and the
unbelievable,
amazing,
like prog hard rock madness
with Irish,
with Irish stuff going in and all that bit. So I admire them for doing this, but there's so much. I mean, those first 3 albums I don't like. I try to like them, and then there's like always what's the one good track on here that's like a Thin Lizzy track?
Still in Love with You. She Knows is a half decent tune.
Still in Love with You is great, but again, that's not like a Thin Lizzy track, but it's a great song.
It's only
I
money.
think it's Shalala.
Shalala, which was on Live and Dangerous.
Yeah.
The Brian Downey drum solo.
Yeah.
That's half decent. Yeah, I know what you mean about patchy albums with Thin Lizzy. I like Jailbreak. I like Bad Reputation. I like Black Rose, and of course the live stuff is
Johnny the Fox. I love.
Johnny the Fox. There's some fillers on there. I think
There is. That's what I'm saying. There's fillers on all of them, but things like Killer on the Loose. That could be my favourite.
Really?
That's on
Chinatown.
That's on Chinatown.
See,
yeah.
Chinatown. I like the production of the playing and everything. And Phil's always had a great voice, even if he sounded like this sometimes because of the amount of cocaine he was doing. But some of the songs I don't think live up to what he'd written before. Drugs and alcohol played a part. Too much having a good time. But and I mean, the thing is with Phil, he always looks so damn cool. There's not a bad picture of Phil.
Yeah, and the thing is that the thing I like with this, he's got this white jacket on. He doesn't look rock, does he? But he's so rock. And then
he's
Brian
such
Robinson,
an original-looking guy.
Brian Robinson's just turned up and realised he's just got the leather jacket. So he went, I'll tell you what, I'll tie a scarf to me arm.
Yeah.
Just
tie a scarf
to my arm.
And then
that'll do it.
And then Aerosmith and all those American rock bands just copied it.
No, they did. No one's copied this. No one's just.
I think so.
Not just tied a scarf to your arm. What's that about?
I think you should do it on your next video.
I will do. 74. Yeah, it's. This is not a great album.
It's not a great album,
right,
but I'm not going to throw it away.
No,
because
you need to have it in the collection. Have you got all the Lizzy albums?
I've got all the Lizzy albums here. Yeah.
What about how amazing is the track Thunder and Lightning?
Off the album Thunder and Lightning. Yeah.
That's amazing.
That's
track.
John Sykes. Yeah.
Full on. I mean, when people say new wave of British heavy metal, and everyone's talking about Diamond Head Angel, which bloody Iron Maiden, but for me, who was there at the time, it was when Lizzy went, all right then, we'll show you how to do it.
That's the thing with Lizzy, when punk came out, they incorporated in their sound, and their attitude. And then when kind of Phil Lynott did that Yellow Pearl song, when disco and synthesizers coming out with mid-year, and then he moves into the heavy metal thing. He was able to traverse so many different styles, and still bring his own personality into it. I mean, there's danger in that is you are going to fall flat sometimes and produce some shit, which he did. But the fact that he always took chances musically, I have massive respect for.
I love them. I think they're such an interesting band.
I mean, does this album sort of represent just finding their feet as the new lineup?
I think so, yeah. And I think also, there's probably producers and record companies telling them what to put on there, maybe.
Yeah.
But
But when you listen to the first 3 albums, they're completely different.
It's like a folk, psychedelic folk.
But the big hit on which is what was the big hit they had? Because I think they wouldn't be
Whiskey in the Jar.
Whiskey in the Jar, which is an Irish folk song that they just did a cover of. It's not really representative of what's going on. There's bonkers stuff on the first albums, and it goes over to this a little bit. So I respect it. Because you go, it's weird that you're doing this sort of African drum beats and then this poetry bit in. They do some strange things, Have you got Back on the Streets by Gary Moore.
I used to have that album.
That's
a great album.
Incredible.
Phil Lynot's on that. He wrote Parisian Walkways. That's what a lot of people don't realise is Gary Moore's biggest hit is Parisian Walkways. It's written by Phil Lynott. Or Lynott. What do we say?
And it's a repurposed version of Blue Bossa. So Blue Bossa, the jazz standard, is exactly the same, Henderson. And I don't know how no one has spotted this.
Oh, I've never spotted that.
Parisian, so we don't get copyright. Parisian Walkway goes like this. Doesn't it, right? Yeah. And Blue Bossa goes... It's exactly the same tune.
Yeah. Oh wow.
So Phil Lynott, it shows the breadth of the guy. He's learnt and can play this bossa nova jazz standard,
yeah.
And then he takes it and he puts on this spin. And he's not talking about being Irish, because the thing is with Phil Lynott, he's not Irish and he's black. It's like he personifies Ireland.
But he's born in West Brom.
And he's born in West Brom. I find him a fascinating band. I think he's an incredible
musician.
I think I might have to get you over with all the albums and we'll have a good go through them all.
Yeah, that'd be good.
I do know them and I listen to them quite a lot. They draw me in. This one I was listening to the other day and I thought, I don't know whether I like this, but you think, well, what they do,
They're a fascinating band.
Fascinating
musician. Yeah. Right, so next up, another big name. It's ran by Paul and Linda McCartney. You're wondering why I have this album. When I was a youngster, I adored the Beatles, still do love the Beatles, and I started to buy the solo stuff. And my dad, bless him, he warned me, he said, be very, very careful with the solo stuff. He was all on board with the Beatles, but he said to me, David, be very careful.
Watch yourself, David.
Yeah, watch yourself, David. You're going to burn it. You're going to burn your hands. And I remember buying this record from Our Price Records. And I had it in a see-through bag, much like this, walking through town. And I was about 14 years old, and some kids from school saw it, and they all laughed at me because I had a Paul McCartney album. And I think they probably still laugh now. Now, this album, I got it back home, I listened to it, and I thought, what the Jeff is this? And my dad said, I told you so, son, I told you so. And what my gripe with this album is, there are a few good songs on it. What my gripe with this album is now is, over the past few years, people online and critics, they're trying to make out that this is a classic album. And I've seen certain musicians, Tim Burgess from the Charlatans, this is his favourite record, he says. And I just think people have just started to convince themselves that crap records that people have forgotten about are hidden, lost classics. And they're not.
You're so right here. This is a whole video unto itself.
So...
Before the internet, before all this stuff, most people only knew basic albums, didn't they?
Yeah.
And now the internet comes out, and now everyone knows about everything, and it starts to make... So, for example, Pet Sounds, greatest album ever made. It's not. That's happened recently.
I nearly brought that in.
Yeah, it's a crap album.
Yeah.
Right, it's a crap album. It's like not really crap.
There's some great songs, but it's overproduced.
But it's an example of those where you only go to those ones, those sort of 3-4 songs that you like, and you just skip the rest. Yeah.
Which one's that? There's 2 good songs on Pet Sounds.
It be nice?
Anyway, well, I've done
Wouldn't
this.
it be nice?
Yeah, it's rubbish. I mean, is that good as California Girls? And then you got.
That's not on there.
And then you've got. And I used to love this tune. I used to love. God only knows, but. Then I realised it sounds exactly like the theme to Jim Will Fix It. And
so this album was...
Put me off it then, that did.
This album was so panned at the time that when John Lennon heard it, he when he did his Imagine album, which is a classic album, he featured in the album a postcard of him holding a pig by the ears as a mock.
He's a bloody horrible bloke, wasn't he?
So,
Lennon.
I love Lennon. I love Lennon.
No, he's a horrible man on every single level. I'm fed. I'm not having it anymore. Come on, everyone has a go at all these different people. But David Bowie and bloody John Lennon, no one will go near. They won't criticise them. There you've got bloody...
What's your beef with Bowie?
Going off with bloody 14-year-old girls.
Oh, okay.
Being a Nazi.
That bit's.
There we go. There's
Okay,
two of them.
okay. I have.
Being off
I
his
have
head on
no,
drugs.
I have no repose.
Yeah, there we go. Leonard.
But McCartney never did that. McCartney's a nice guy. He's just. I mean, McCartney. You know, is he a genius? Yes, I think he is a songwriting genius. He's amazing, and he's written some amazing songs after the Beatles. But his albums are patchy. To the point where you might pick one or two tunes there. But my main gripe with this album is there are some good songs on it, but it's people, like I say, trying to pass it off as a classic album. It's not. It's not a classic album. Dear Boy's a nice song. You know,
I don't know this
The Backseat of My
album.
Car, it's a bit overdrawn. So it wasn't a hit. I think the Americans liked it. The Americans loved it. And the British at the time, they were all Beatles there, so they moved on. So there you go.
Yeah, what do you guys think? I don't know what to say about this. I like the cover. I think the cover's dead cool. And I like the way he's...
He's done that himself, hasn't he?
He's done,
yeah, I think...
Saved some money because he ain't got any cash at the time.
Yeah.
He just had enough to get some felt pens.
Yeah. So, yeah. So, I love McCartney. I won't have a bad word said against him, but...
No, McCartney's all right.
Okay, so next up, an album you probably won't know. It's Elvis Costello and the Attractions, and it's Goodbye Cruel World. When I bought this album originally, I bought it on CD, and at the time, Elvis was redoing the liner notes to his albums, and so you'd open the CD up with the little booklet inside, and you'd read about the album. Now, when I bought this on CD in about 1998. I opened the little booklet up and it said, "Congratulations, you've just purchased my worst album." And he was right. This is mid-80s. It's got the DX7 keyboard all over it.
Yeah.
Overproduced. The bass is horrible sound. There's no real low end to it. It's very middle. Like electronic drums, are very kind of mid-range kind of sound.
Yeah.
And the songs are very weak. But it does have Daryl Hall on there.
And your other person you love, Green.
Green, Godside. I love Green Godside. So there's a few moments on there where you think, oh, it's coming alive. And then it quickly dies again. Now, what actually happened with this album was Elvis was going bankrupt and he had to recorded the album and he left it in the hands of producers while he went on a solo tour to make some money. And when he came back, he heard it and went, "Oh dear, this is shit." But he had no choice; he had to release it. So it came out, and of course, it's a terrible album. But it's just there as part of my collection. I like the cover.
It does,
Like
he
the
does a
artwork.
version of Sour Milk Blues, which seems a very strange choice.
Yes, well, Elvis is quite an eclectic songwriter. He does love jazz and blues and all kinds of music. So he's an interesting songwriter. Yeah.
Do you think this could be improved by a remix, or
It could.
do you think?
I think it needs re-recording completely.
Yeah, you just.
It's just Elvis with a guitar and a proper band. The Attractions were great players. They're a great band. But you can't really hear him on this record. It's completely buried. Another interesting fact about this was Elvis Costello, while he was recording this album, in the studio next door, Trevor Horn was recording Frankie Goes to Hollywood, Relax. And in the time he recorded this album, they did one song. And he later remarked, "Oh, well, we did an album while you did one song." And Trevor Horn said, "Yeah, but people still want to listen to my one song." So, yeah.
I like Elvis Costello. I think he's a brilliant songwriter, and I think I don't know much about him, but Shipbuilding is one of my favourite tunes. I know the Robert Wyatt version.
Yeah. Lovely
Oliver's
song.
Army, all great. And it's an artist I don't know much about.
It's
weird how so many artists from the 70s were unable to get through the 80s without being awful.
I don't think he escaped that, if I'm honest. But after this, he did an album called Blood and Chocolate, which was like just an angry guitar album, which is incredible. So he has that ability to change completely. Yeah. This is not a great album. You see it knocking around for £5, which is what I paid for it there. Look, but I just wanted it as part of the collection. I had a quick listen
Yeah.
and thought, no, he's still terrible. But there you go. Sorry, Elvis.
Yeah,
I love you, but this is
the
not a great album.
80s has never come round, has it? It's never redeemed itself.
I think there's some great stuff in the 80s. Level 42, I love.
But even then, it's not like all other eras where I go, oh, I love the sound of that time.
It's not a classic period.
No, it's even now with albums that supposedly sound okay, you'd still want to take the reverb off the drums or something.
Yeah, you'd still want to change the clinicalness of the sound. Yeah, but so that's in there.
Is that them all now?
No.
How many have you got to go?
We've got 2 more.
2 more. We're nearly there now.
Okay, this is going to cause some hatred out there and maybe in here.
Yeah, I feel it's been a very unhateful.
So this is the album Moon Music by Coldplay.
I don't know nothing about this album.
This was the last album Coldplay came out. Oh dear, this was the last album Coldplay came out with.
Lovely cover, isn't it?
It's a gorgeous cover.
What? I don't realise how good. This is a lovely cover.
So open it up. Open it all up, Andy. This is actually my girlfriend's copy. Right. So she allowed me to bring this today, but it's in our collection.
Yeah.
So let's get the vinyl out.
Look at this.
So this is made from recycled plastic bottles. But the album is so bad, it would have been better left as plastic bottles.
It says here the music was also made out of recycled plastic bottles as well.
It's god awful. It's when they came out with this, playing in the tribute band I do, I thought, oh wow, there's going to be some songs we can do, some bangers, and it's just slim pickings. There's hardly.
What's the biggest one that we'd know from this? Because I don't know any of these from the titles.
Feels Like I'm Falling in Love was a hit, and then they released We Pray as a single. But it's the nadir of Coldplay.
Well, co-written with Max Martin.
Max Martin is all over it, and he's just they need to get rid of him. Why have they got Max Martin? They don't need to pander to that, do they? They don't need to try and do hit singles and big things. They're already freaking huge. I don't get it.
For us lot at this end, it's interesting that you're breaking into this YouTube, chatting about 70s albums, talking about prog and all the stuff that we do, because this band, even more than Oasis, just represent the worst of absolutely everything. So my natural not wanting to follow the herd is I start to feel a bit sorry for them, even though they're multi-millionaires. And I think, but they can write good songs, and he's a really brilliant frontman. There's not many that can get up in front of a stadium and hold people together.
Do that, just on the piano or the guitar,
And loads of people love him, and he seems like a nice guy. And then things like this. When you first pulled this out, I thought, what's this? Is this Jean-Michel Jarre? It's a bloody lovely cover.
It's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. It's really. But they got the money, haven't they, to produce this kind of stuff?
But why is it? You feel it's the money that's making it so crap.
Yeah, it's so insipid, and it's trying to be like all hands together. We love each other. One of the reviews for this when it came was "Live, Laugh, Love," which was just brilliant because it's like it's almost like he's pulling quotes from things that people hung up on their wall, dance in the rain, sing in the sunshine kind of thing, and it's just, and I get what he's trying to do. He's trying to do a Lennon Beatles-esque, let's love each other, all you need is love. But it's been done. It's been done better, and it just comes across as very trite. And very kind of trying too hard.
You bought Coldplay albums when they came out, didn't they? So what do you think, Rob?
I bought the first 2. I don't think I bought any more after that, but it was, for me, it was almost like the albums get progressively worse.
I would agree,
So, the first album, I absolutely love, because it's like, it's proper songwriting, it's piano, guitars, vocals.
It sounds like 4 guys in a room playing.
It sounds like 4 guys in a room.
Yep.
Second album does the obvious thing of just lifting it a bit, and there's a little bit more
some strings,
rocking there, and there's a bit of drive in there.
More edge to it.
And then it starts. I think it then starts to become. You can sort of hear the transition to this sort of band that's trying to do these big sort of electronic anthem kind of things, And you get the extra outliers where you get things like. Like Fix You, absolutely incredible, which comes later, doesn't it? But But it's like, for me, that band, it's all about those first 2 albums, the first one especially.
Yeah.
And I just wish they'd done that a little bit more, for another few albums before then sort of going, because it just feels like it's like, oh, let's do this and let's go big and big and big. And like you say, the money, where there's like this massive sort of production stuff going on. And I think it loses sight of what the band really was, for me anyway.
For me, when the first album came out and they had that hit record with Yellow, I absolutely hated it with every fibre of my body. And I can remember then I was thinking, who is this saft twat on this bloody beach with a cagoule on, with the hood up?
It was raining though. It was raining though.
It doesn't matter how much it's raining, you don't put a cagoule hood up. You just don't do it.
Well, Liam Gallagher does he? In the sunshine.
He doesn't. He's never worn a cagoule in his life.
He wears some kind of Mac though.
He wears a Mac, but not a cagoule. I grew up with cagoules, right?
What's the difference? Okay, what's the difference between a cagoule and a Mac?
Right, a cagoule.
We're in
right.
there.
Yeah. The cagoule is, if you got a cagoule, you can fold it and roll it up, and it will go into your pocket.
Okay.
Because it has that facility, fashion-wise and cut, it's absolutely awful. And the way the hood works, when you put it on, it makes you look like you're a sort of look like a what's the word when the baby's born early? What's it called?
Premature
baby, yeah. And then if you've got, I mean, look, you've got the same face, haven't you? As Chris Martin.
I'm sorry.
And I need something to try and show what I mean. That's, you feel out there, and I'll just try and.
Andy's looking for something that would represent a cagoule, I think.
Yeah, no. What I have got is I've got my emergency union jack here.
Emergency union jack.
So just take your hat off, and I'll show you. So that, you see that there?
Do I look like you know what I look like? I look like a nationalistic Mother Teresa.
It's not a good look, especially if you've got Chris Martin's face.
Mother
now imagine he's walking up and down.
And
when I saw him, I thought, why have they picked...
Oh, God.
She was horrible as well. She was horrible. Mother Teresa, another horrible one.
What?
She was horrible.
She was
Her and John Lennon?
Yeah.
What did she do?
Don't know.
You just didn't like her?
Hitchens. What's he called?
Christopher Hitchens.
Christopher Hitchens, yeah, he didn't like her.
Oh, he didn't like a lot of people though, did he?
Nah.
Yeah.
So we're at number 1 now.
This is, okay, the build-up. This is an album that I know you're going to love.
Yeah.
Right? And it's an album that I actually quite like. But it is cheesy. It is cheesy crap.
Imagine if it's one of our albums.
It's cheesy crap. It's not an Andy Edwards record.
And you put this at number 1.
Yeah. I put this
at number 1, so he says this is the worst one.
It's the worst one, but I'm never, ever, ever going to get rid of it. So if you want to throw this to the camera, I will probably leap over there and try and catch it.
I might have a copy of it myself.
So you might have to throw the Santana one.
None of these I own. That's what I'm surprised at.
Oh, okay. So are you ready?
No, hang on. Before we even get there, hang on. I'm channeling something here. Because I can tell you know I'm going to be upset. But there's no way you're going to put some great jazz fusion album on.
No.
There's no way you're going to put a prog album on. So the only person it could be that's really going to deeply upset me is Dennis Waterman. Am I right?
Yeah.
Amazing. Jamaica woman. As soon as you see the first track, Jamaica woman.
Look, Love Left Me Bleeding.
Love Left Me Bleeding.
Love Is Like a Rainbow.
Yeah. Oh my God.
That's a bit. There's a bit of a paradox going on there, isn't there? You've got Love Left Me Bleeding, but also Love Is Like a Rainbow.
Yeah.
Well, that's when love leaves you. But when love comes, love comes, it feels like a rainbow.
Narrative.
So this is so good for you. Which one's this one then?
I think
1980.
It's his classic. Features the hit "I Could Be So Good For You" from the TV show Minder.
And I'll put a little bit of my version on here now. Just spice this video.
We should like shake hands over like an old Ford Cortina.
Yeah.
That would work, wouldn't it?
You love this album.
I love this album. Can I tell you a story about this album? So
It's got the great Mo Foster on bass. You're a bass player. Shouldn't you
Mo Foster.
appreciate the bubbling brilliance of Mo?
This album, right? My friend Lee Garrett, you know Lee Garrett?
Yes.
My friend Lee Garrett wanted to find this album on vinyl. This is 25
Is he like
years
me,
ago.
is he?
25 years ago. He was desperate to find this out on vinyl. He searched everywhere. And one day he went into a charity shop.
Yeah.
And he didn't just find it, he found 2 copies.
Amazing.
In the same charity shop. And so
He had to buy both of them, didn't he?
He bought one,
Yeah.
and they were a
That's totally
pound
what
each.
I do.
So he bought one
Yeah.
for himself, and he bought one for
for
me.
you.
So here's my copy of So Good For You. And we played it and played it and played it. And, you know, we were young, free and single. We'd get, you know, ladies coming round.
Yeah, yeah.
And we would put this on, and they would run for the hills.
You know why? It's the male testosterone-filled masculine presence of Waterman.
It's quite powerful.
Yeah, and women can't deal with it.
No, I
They
can't.
can't deal with it. No,
I can't.
no, you won't be able to.
There's a video online of Dennis Waterman singing karaoke at a party, drunken,
Yeah.
and he's got two ladies either side, 2 classy ladies.
Yeah,
might
they
I
would
add.
be classy.
And he's kind of singing.
I mean, Ruler was classy. But Ruler Lenska was
he's
classy.
singing Maggie May. He's not even singing his hit.
No, you wouldn't do it.
He wouldn't stoop so low. But this album, the opener, Jamaica Woman, is like the worst reggae
awful.
song you've ever heard in your life.
Yeah.
Do you know
Wasn't
why I?
love strong enough?
Do you know why?
Wasn't love strong enough?
Does he have in the lyrics, like, does he try and do like patois in it as well? Like,
No,
like,
he
does he
doesn't.
say Irie or anything in there?
He doesn't go that way, but he does kind of put a bit of a twang on it.
Yeah, he would do.
Oh,
He would
no,
do that.
Jamaica woman.
Oh, no.
And then he goes, he doesn't say my Caribbean queen, he goes, my Caribbean queen.
Caribbean
My
Queen.
Caribbean queen.
The thing about Waterman is he's like a regular bloke, you know, and you feel that he's got a sense of humour, but you push him too far, he's gonna
Knock you out.
he's gonna get you and
He's
he's
gonna
gonna
have you.
beat you up.
Like Terry McCann.
Yeah, and it's not like a martial artist or a modern fighter. We're talking proper, you know. This has come from gypsy fighters, you know what I mean? Like
Bare knuckle brawl.
all
Yeah.
the
Not the streets.
bare knuckle boxing, bloody, you know. Lock, stock, and 2 smoking
he's not
barrels.
your
Tommy.
Van Damme kind of
No,
fighter.
no, he'll bite your nose off, and you know he's like that. But he's got quite a good voice, but in that world, an incredible voice, right?
Yes,
So he's
in
going
TV.
around. He's going around London with all his mates, and they go and he gets up to sing some songs. So he has to. He gets up and he makes these albums. It's the only person that's like this that makes records, because all musicians are namby-pamby wimps, aren't they?
Pretty much.
You know what I'm saying?
Apart from Roger Daltrey.
Daltrey's got it a little bit, yeah. But
I want to take Daltrey on now, and he's 80 odd.
yeah, but Waterman would have him.
Not now, he's dead. He's brown bread.
Yeah, you know why he's dead?
Drink.
Yeah, because those blokes don't live very long.
No. Drink, smoking, drinking.
There's
having
a
good time.
whole host of them. Like that Bindon bloke that used to work for Led Zeppelin. You know him?
No.
He used to do the trick for Princess Margaret.
Oh, I don't know this.
You don't know about John Bindon?
I don't know anything about John Bindon. Do you know about John
No,
Bindon?
no,
Rob?
nothing.
Do you know about John Bindon?
John Bindon was a figure of the underworld, and he also worked for Led Zeppelin for various things. And he was a bit of a he was a criminal, really. And I think he killed somebody. I don't know much about it, but
Sounds like a lovely guy.
he used to also hang out with Princess Margaret on her island.
Oh,
You know-
celebrities and islands.
Yeah. So and his trick that Princess Margaret used to like to see him do was in the 70s. Now you have a pint glass and it's just a glass, it hasn't got a handle on it. But in the 70s you had these big pint glasses.
The tankard.
Yeah, and it had all those like depressions going round.
I like my granddad had one. It's
Yeah.
great.
Now he could let us say he could defy gravity with quite a large number of these vessels, and he would be able to hold them, more than one, more than two. I can't remember how many. I think it was about 5 or 6 he could hold without his hands. He could keep them aloft by suspending them off his
Thing.
It's just a bit like this.
metallywhacker.
Metallica.
Yes. Don't do that with my video.
Oh, sorry.
I ain't filling in that box. Where it goes. there I am, trying to keep it as so only the grown-ups can know what I'm talking about. And then you're doing all the pretending to have.
No, there
pretending
was a crease in your tablecloth rug.
So I can't believe I'm going to say I'm intrigued, but like stacked up.
Don't
like
do that gesture.
Or in a line.
What you want about?
The glasses?
He would put his wedding tackle.
So you're doing it. You're doing
through
it
the
now.
handles.
Through the handles.
Yeah.
So like hanging off like a.
Yeah. So not only were we talking about size, but we're also talking about stealth, strength, rigidity.
How many glasses did we know exactly?
17, I think was what I. 17, yeah.
Real. Do you think Waterman could do that?
Right, I don't actually know the number. Can anybody out there at Andy Edwards Land who knows these facts just fill people in down, fill people in down below? This is going terrible. Oh my God.
It's supposed to be about music, this channel, isn't it?
We're done. We're finished. We're done now. So that was it. Well done, mate. I enjoyed that. A lot of different stuff that I didn't have much to say. Rob, your contribution was shite.
No, but hang on. But we were assuming I wouldn't have any contribution, but I did. I'd heard of a lot of that, and I did contribute a little bit.
Yeah.
Are you going to do
Not as much as
Are you going to do the album throw?
Which one? Are you
Not to
gonna throw?
Dennis Waterman, we're not.
Which one are you going to throw?
It'd be Elvis Costello. If you're gonna chuck one of those, right? Because even if you regret it, you're gonna get this for £5. I've seen this so many times in the bargain.
Yeah.
Pile of shite, everybody. Oh my God! It didn't hit my guitars then. It survived though.
It did survive.
I had a Paul Simon album, you see, and I chucked it up like
one?
this. Still crazy after all these years, one of the greatest albums ever made. And I said, it's got a little crack in it. What's the point? Threw it up. Yeah. And it shattered and it sounded like a sound effect. Anyway, we're done. Like, subscribe. There's a link to Dave's channel, The Vinyl Vulture. You lovely people who saw him last time and went over some subscribed have had a treat because he's been doing some good stuff. I think you lifted your game a little bit there.
I think I've gone up, hanging out with you, it's kind of made me
not
up
just
my game a little bit.
Not just doing the standard, I've been to a record fair, this is what I bought. You've been doing like all sorts of different things, can't remember because I didn't look at it that much. But anyway, but Vinyl Vulture, link is down below. He's over the 1,000 now, so he needs the watch hours because this bloke earns his living playing in a bloody Coldplay tribute band, Ultimate Coldplay. Now that can't be that much cash, so he needs it.
We need to change it, don't we?
Yeah, we need to just get a little bit more in there. Thanks, Rob, for all of that bit. Now we're done, finished. Anyway, bye, everybody. Bye. That's gone off. Look.